Hey everyone, welcome to Joseph's Reserves. So every 2 weeks, I use 20% of my income to save in the form of coins and precious metals. Today, I have a bit of a stack update as I show you what I got from the coin shop. So we're going to be adding each of these coins to my collection. I believe every single one is an addition to my date run. So they will likely fill a spot in my books that I have here. We'll go ahead and start with these Roosevelt dimes that I have. So this is the collection so far. I'm only working on a few of the lower minted dates. So I have these 5 coins on this page. There's 3 coins on this page. So I'm really looking for these 8 coins to fill my date run. Once I have the whole collection, that is when I will go back through and focus on upgrading. For example, this 1962, yes, it is a beautiful coin with lots of toning, but I can easily find one in a BU condition that can replace this one. At that point, I will also likely buy a album where I can see both sides of the coin and put the BU ones in there. And once that's full, I might even sell this album, this little book, as a full set. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to go about it once these are full, but that is an idea. Speaking of one that obviously needs to be upgraded, this is my new purchase, a 1950 from Denver that will fill a hole right here. And it's definitely going to be needed to be upgraded later, but I've actually been looking for this one for a little bit of time. So once I saw it, I was happy to pick it up. Go ahead and press it into here. And there we go. That is a hole filled. Next up, we're going to go to this Mercury dime. I don't have a Mercury dime book, but I did fill this one out. There was just enough spots for me to display the reverse of the design and leave the key dates out. So once I have this full, I'm going to be purchasing the key dates and probably have those set aside in flips. This one that I have here is a 1942 from San Francisco. Very good condition coin. I picked these later years because of the condition. I don't have a lot in very, very nice condition, so once I saw that, I was really excited. Let's see. As you can tell, I don't have very many of the earlier or middle years on these Mercury dimes. So I'm considering just starting from the latest and going all the way back. But here we have the 42S going in this spot. And there it is. One more hole filled. All right, next up we got Washington Quarters. This is the second half of the series. The one that we got for today is a 1952 from Philadelphia. So again, the earlier half has a lot of a lower condition coin. So here we have 1952 from Philadelphia. This one I got because it was in a decent condition compared to the earlier ones. So I focused on that. I do not have a album for these yet. I don't have very many of these, but this one is in very good condition. You can see, you can make out all of the stars, as well as the stars in the shield here, and lots of detail in the legs and the drapery around the legs. Very good condition, standing Liberty quarter. This is a 1930 from Philadelphia. Like I said, I don't have an album, so we're just going to set that one aside and move on to the next coin. I have a Walking Liberty and 2 Walking Liberties, a 1944 and a 1943. One from Denver and one from San Francisco. So when you go to the coin shop, you'll notice that a lot of these Walking Liberties are from the World War II times. They made tons of them during that time period. Because of that, I've been avoiding buying those, and I always look for different years. So this time I decided, after I got this book, I realized how few of the later years I had or was missing. I guess how many of them I was missing. They're so available, I decided to go ahead and focus on those. So let's see. 43 from San Francisco. Here we go. I also definitely need to upgrade this 43 from Philadelphia. Take a quick look at that. It's barely even legible. With how available that data is, that should not be the case. And then here is a 44 from Denver. I do have a stretched out hole on this book, this page. So maybe I could tape that one down. It's not like it's in, oh, it looks like there's a hole on this page too. Stretched out holes. I might end up having to tape them down. Oh no, this is a 42 Denver. Oh man. I might have to tape those so that we don't lose any coins. They're not in amazing condition, so some tape would not hurt. Let's see, next up, I was able to pick up some seeded Liberty half dollars. These are in pretty beat up condition, especially this one on the left. This one on the right is just very worn. Let's take a look at the year on this one here, the corroded one. This is an 1876 seeded Liberty half dollar. I think I even have, yeah, right here. This is a proof 1976. So it's interesting to see. I mean, this one's been in a capsule its whole life. 40% silver, commemorative bicentennial. This is a 100-year birthday for our country, half dollar. I guess they didn't do anything special for it, which is interesting. Now they're looking for anything special to do to coins. But it's interesting to see how the design has changed. I mean, this was a commemorative design, so that's not a great example. Let me see. This is what the eagle looks like regularly 100 years later. Very, very interesting. Anyway, I just like comparing the design on extremely old coins. But as you can see, there were a few different types of these seeded Liberty coins. If you take a look right here, you can see the arrows. They added arrows when they changed the silver value in our coinage. I believe there was 2 times where they changed the value during the seeded Liberty series. In one, they changed the percentage. It was 89.24%. They changed it to 90%, and that happened at the start of the seeded Liberty series. In addition to that, they changed the weight, I want to say in 1853. Yep. So this is 1854. They added these arrows for a few years after to indicate that the weight was different. And then I want to say in 1856 or 7, they took the arrows off. they had this design. It's called a no motto. That is, there's no ribbon above the eagle. In 1866, they added the motto on all coinage, "In God We Trust," and that was on this ribbon that you can hardly see because of the condition of this coin. And then again in 1873, I believe they changed the weight. No, it was 1853. They changed the weight. Oh, that's what I said here. They changed something else in 1873. I want to say it was the weight, and they standardized to the 90% silver that we know today. So even in mint condition, these two coins weighed different amounts, and the silver was valued slightly differently. Super cool history lesson. It's all in your red book. It tells you the weights and changes that happened. I might even pull it out to show you guys, but I obviously don't have a book for these. I might put them in flips, or I might just keep them on my desk here as a cool reminder that I have those coins. So moving on to the next, this peace dollar, 1926, looks to be from Denver. So I'll go ahead and add that to my book here. I just got this peace dollar book, and now I have them all laid out so I can see which ones I need to get. Again, 1922 is one of the highest minted, so I usually ignore them, but I really got to get these mint marks. Let's see here. 1926 from Denver. This coin is going to be slipping right into here. Alrighty. Another hole filled. Let's take a look at this last page. Yeah, I don't have many of those either. Alright. Not a whole lot going on with my peace dollar series, but I'm slowly filling it. Then I picked up these two Morgan dollars. I believe this one adds to my date run. 1890 from Philadelphia. And this one here, I just loved the toning. I had to pick it up. Beautiful looking coin, 1896 from Philadelphia. The toning on this is just gorgeous. Gotta love these coins. After I picked out all the 90% I wanted to get, I asked them about fractional silver. I don't have very much fractional coins, so I ended up picking up an ounce in half half-ounce coins and an ounce in quarter-ounce coins. I really like the coins that go based off of the American coinage, like this Standing Liberty quarter ounce. Usually the round will flip like a non-American coin, which is interesting to me. The other thing I found interesting about this coin specifically is if you're super familiar with the Standing Liberty series, there was a Type 1 and a Type 2. Type 1, Lady Liberty had an exposed breast on the front, and then in Type 1, there were also no stars under the eagle. So they added the stars and then covered Lady Liberty's chest with chainmail. On this round, Lady Liberty does have chainmail, but there's also no stars under the eagle. So this is almost like a Type 1, Type 2 mule round. Super interesting. Love the design, love the details. I actually just noticed there are 13 stars, right? So there's 6 in the pillar, 1 right there on the bottom, and then, oh, looks like 5 on this side. There might have been 1 down here. There's supposed to be 13, at least I'd say there's 13. But on this coin, oh, that is what they did too. I just saw this one here, down here on the bottom. I thought it was a mistake, but I didn't realize there were 5 on the right side pillar. So it looks like on this one it's just worn. Maybe on every one I've seen it's worn right there, and I thought it was uneven on the bottom when in reality it's uneven on the top. Oh, I see, they squeezed "In God" star, and then here it's just "We Trust." Interesting. Learning with me, guys. Yeah, they did the same on this round. So they designed this more accurately than I even would have by memory. Very, very cool. I got 2 of these buffaloes. Both from Golden State Mint, but the one on the left here seems to be more deep cameo proof, where the one on the right seems to have more of the matte finish on, more of a regular finish on the buffalo. This one seems to have more of a matte finish on the buffalo. Very cool coins. Love to have them. And then here we have a copy design, I want to say from the $2.50. This might be the $5 coin. I think it's the 2.5. Maybe it's both. This half-ounce one has a year on it. I don't know if that is a key date or if that's just a really good one to look for, but I bought one in a 1/4 ounce size and a half-ounce size. He also had these in a 1 ounce that I almost got. Very interesting looking generic coins. I love that in this design it's imprinted into the coin rather than having the erased material. And that is how the gold coin looks as well. Interesting design choice with a gold coin, and I think it just is a beautiful, beautiful look. And then here I have a half-ounce penny, half-ounce silver penny. It says 1909S with the wheat ears and the VDB. Of course, I don't actually have a 1909S VDB penny, but I can look at this one and pretend. Look at the fields on that, just crystal clear. Very nice. Again from Golden State Mint. So a little bit of a Golden State Mint collection going now with these fractional silver coins. The last thing I was able to pick up was this American Eagle. I usually don't like graded ones. I actually try to stay away from graded ones. But he doesn't have very many people coming in buying graded Eagles, so he actually sold me this one for only $4 over spot when he sells his other Eagles at $9 over spot. So this was a steal. Even if I choose to crack it out, I'd still be doing better. And I know that some people really, really like these, especially at the MS70, so I may even be able to sell this. But really what I was looking for is this 2021 Type 1 reverse, because it's the only Type 1, really the only coin in my date run that I don't have a Business Strike 2021 Type 1. I have an album that I keep all my date run Eagles in, and I don't have this one. So that's why I am a little bit tempted to crack this out and put it in my album. But we'll see. Maybe I will eventually get a 2021 Type 1, and I'll be able to flip this one for a decent profit. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for the video today. If you like videos like this, just looking at some silver, adding to the collection, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe, because there will be more videos like this. And if you know anyone that might be interested in videos like this, make sure you share the video so that we can get more people watching. But most of all, thank you for watching.